Hey everyone, welcome to the ANI Tech Talk podcast. Today, me and Alex will be doing a weekly roundup of all the tech news we found and come across that we thought were interesting to discuss with one another, and we'd like to share it with you all.
Yeah, so as Attach just said, this is just a common podcast we're gonna release weekly, and we prepared a lot of interesting topics for you guys. So let's just get started.
All right, so the first thing we can start off by are the new Apple Watch version 8, Series 8 leaks by John Prosser from Front Page Tech. So basically, we just got a bunch of renders of how this new rugged kind of design looks. So you tell me, Alex, based on these pictures, what are your opinions on this?
It looks like from like iPhone 11 to the iPhone 12 transition, just make all the curved surface become flat.
Yeah, I can
think
see that.
That's Apple new design language. Just make everything as look like a square based flat surface.
No, I see that. But do you think this would be comfortable to wear than the rounded edges one?
You know what? Because Apple Watch will always have a big sensor underneath, so it won't actually, the edge won't touch your arm or like the surface. So I think it won't affect the wearing experience. But
Yeah.
it will looks like a little bit difference while we're wearing it.
Yeah, I suppose it would. Do you think they would like change any specifications compared to the previous Apple Watch Series 7?
To be honest, I think they probably gonna give some new information about the new watch in the WWDC. I guess that's what I thought. But I think it's about the time to change the design. That's the first thing. And then the second thing, they probably add some like a stress pressure kind of sensor on it, and the new chip. I hope longer battery life, but I think that's it.
Yeah.
How do you think about it?
I like the design because it suits the current flat edge designs of the iPhones. But the only concern is how comfortable will it be on the wrist. Because the previous one was curved, so it was good.
So what's next?
Well, the another Apple-related news that we come across this week, and it's been developing for a while, is that apparently Apple might be finally switching the iPhone to USB-C because of the EU legislations regarding all the phones, smartphones having the same charging port. And this might happen next year or next year. Depends.
Next year?
But they're saying most likely 2023, and Apple's apparently testing it or so on. But first, like we all thought that what Apple would do is just skip USB-C and remove Lightning and put just a portless phone, right? But looks like that's not really happening yet.
No.
So they might do this. What do you think? Considering you on iPhone, would you like this move?
For sure, bro. Apple won't like it because they can make tons of money by using the Lightning just by themselves. But right now, it's like EU is forcing them to transfer it to USB-C. But bro, I just got a gut feeling here. If Apple actually using the USB-C on iPhone next time, they probably won't give you even a dongle here, or not a dongle. I mean, the charging cable, because they will say, okay, because of the environment thinking. And our users, and I mean, not only our users, everyone has a lot of USB-C in their home. So we're just like skip giving you the probably like those cords as well, I guess. They probably do it, bro.
Yeah. No, I agree. They probably will be losing a lot of money on this because apparently the previous news was reported by Mark Gurman and Ming-Chin Kuo. And Ming-Chin Kuo, again, he says that apparently Apple might be switching all their accessories to USB-C as well, like the AirPods, Magic Keyboard, mouse, trackpad, and the MagSafe battery pack. But speaking of MagSafe, I think that's where Apple will make the money the most next time with wireless. So now they'll have a monopoly on MagSafe, and they'll try to make money there. But let's see. It should be interesting. I personally think that's a good idea because
to be honest, it's good for us because we can use one cable, just charge everything.
Right?
But
exactly.
Apple won't like it.
Yeah,
they sell like less cables.
Yeah, but like, isn't the iPad USB-C now, the MacBook USB-C, and the iPhone USB-C? It makes sense,
Yeah,
one charger for all of them. But you're right. Apple will still not like this. And another thing which we came across regarding Apple is their patent, which they basically won in filing, which basically is about remaking the Surface Book, Microsoft Surface Book, and Surface Pro PCs.
Microsoft Surface Book. Yeah, it looks like a Surface Book design before. But, bro, do you think Apple will really do that?
I mean, I don't know if this is for Mac or is this for iPads. I'm not sure. But you never know. I mean, the Surface Book, it was a pretty interesting design, in my opinion. I liked it. But it's also very difficult to keep it like smooth and bug free because there's so many like complications in this system of a detachable display. As you can see on this patent, it just like, it's basically the exact same thing as a Surface Book, where you can just detach the screen from the physical body, and that's your Surface.
I think from the pattern here, I can imagine Apple the difference between the Surface Book and this kind of iPad book stuff. I would say the difference between the mechanism between between the connections. Remember, the Surface Book is using the clutch, like to just getting them together.
Yeah.
But I think from this one, Apple may use the magnetic connection, just like the current one from the iPad and their keyboard. Yeah, I think that's probably more reliable for Apple.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because bro, can you imagine like cutting iPad? There, like a cutting iPad to fit the keyboard in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be interesting though. I want to see Apple try it because it's been a while since we saw Apple do something crazy with hardware.
Yeah.
They've gotten
and a
very
lot of
safe.
people said if you connect the iPad with the keyboard, it will switch it to a Mac operating system.
Oh, really? That'd be awesome, to be honest.
But that's like what I said in the beginning. Apple won't like it.
Yeah, Apple probably will not like it because they want to sell multiple products.
Yes.
But you never know. You never know. They might be thinking a different plan. And this might actually be a good idea.
Yep. So the next one I think we're gonna talk about is VR thing from Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, so this is his basic development of the metaverse thing that he is working on, that he announced last year.
Yeah.
So basically all we've seen is just this video where the device is blurred out. The VR headset is blurred out, and he's using it to, like, as an augmented reality, where he can see different elements in the real world and make a hybrid with his hardware, using his hand gestures, taking notes on a fake notepad. And I think this is a interesting topic for him to like go on forward with. It's called Presence Platform. That's what he called it.
Yeah.
What do you think? Like, are you thinking this will come out this year?
I think, bro, for me, it's probably like an upgraded version of the Oasis.
Okay.
Yeah. That's their currently VR headset called, right?
Yeah, you mean the Ocular, right? I don't know
Yeah,
the new
ocular.
name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, ocular. Yeah.
But they stopped calling it Ocular for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm confused now why they did that. But yeah, I mean, it's the Ocular was a VR headset completely, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was no camera like of the real world. I don't think so, where you can see the real world through your goggles. But I think this is a different, a little bit with the camera style. But yes,
Yes.
they're pretty sure they're using similar technologies somewhere.
Yeah, I think compared to the current ocular stuff, this will have more like probably office using in the future. Like maybe students, other than like playing games and watching movies, students may use it as their like day-to-day tool for university or school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because from the like the video they showed here, this will be make your study like interactive with your own experience. It will be fun.
Yeah, this could be really amazing, or it could be a complete flop.
Mm-hmm.
But if they pull it off, I think it'll be nice to see that we're getting a brand new, like a different technological related device that is not a phone or a tablet or a laptop, and now we're going to AR headsets.
Yeah,
It's a
I
whole
really
different thing.
I really like the video showed here. You can use that headset to do some like exercise. That's gonna be a cool feature.
Yeah, it could be, but yeah, let's see. It could be
Mm-hmm.
interesting if it works, and let's see how glitch free it is, or how accurate it is in the real
Yeah,
world, because there are
true.
many problems when you make something and it's a prototype, and then when you ship it for consumers, and something like
Mm-hmm.
this is very complicated.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
So what's the next one?
The next thing that we came across this week, or even earlier, basically, are these leaks for the Nvidia 4000 series.
Oh,
And one of them they're showing is like a RTX 4090 design that is
4090.
surfaced almost 2 months before the launch.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, what do you think of this? Like,
I
it's got
truly think. Oh, so sorry to interrupt you, bro.
no,
I
it's like
truly
got
think
larger
they will
fans. Yeah.
probably release it the next week. That's what they. That's what everybody thought, but I doubt it because it's a. I mean, from the rumors, they said the 4090 actually double the performance compared to 3090. Can you imagine if they
Yeah,
double the performance than
they say this
3090?
every year, these leaks, but this is never true. Because, when people say, like, I saw another video of J2Z Sense, the PC builder on YouTube, and he
Mm-hmm.
explained this. He's like, every time the leakers say, like, the performance is double of last year, he's like, that's always fake. Because that's really, bro, you're saying that you'll get double the frames of 3090. And that's not true. It's always only like maximum 25% bigger. That is
Yeah,
maximum. Like, it is so rare. It's so basically, Nvidia will never, like, they can make it double, actually double, but they'll never do it because they want to save it for next year.
yeah, true.
So making it double each year is very financially just not sustainable.
Or they just came up like a new scale structure of the chip. It's probably like an easier to reach the double
Again, they'd
performance.
rather
Yeah,
do that next year. They'd rather make this 25% and 25% next year on the same thing.
true.
So it's never double ever. This has just never happened because he did the testing from like GTX 980
Mm-hmm.
till 1080, 2080, 3080, and he's like, that's, if anything, it's only been 25%. It's not been 50%. That's insane. And each time the leakers are saying it is double. Like
Mm-hmm.
RTX 3080 is like double of 2080 or something. Like that's just not
Yeah,
true.
true.
Because 2080 is still very good graphic card.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not double frames either. So
Yeah, I mean the double frame is really hard, but if you talk about the cores, the raw performance, it could be doubled. Because if you talk about frames, there are a lot of like other reasons could. I mean, affect the frame performance.
Yeah,
So
it
yeah,
could,
at the end of the day, if you talk about like double performance versus double frame rate, it's different.
but frame rate is performance.
Yeah, true.
That's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
if they're lying on certain other stuff, then that's just bad. Saying like, okay, we put double transistors than the
Mhm.
before, but you're only getting like 5 frames more. So
Mhm.
like, I guess one thing they can do double, which Nvidia has stopped doing right now, is
Yeah.
efficiency. Because right now
Oh,
the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
efficiency, there's no efficiency. Like 3080 drains the power supply so much.
Oh, I mean, if you're talking about Nvidia card, AMD card, they all drinks like the power.
The desktop cards are insane. Like the rumor goes that 4090 will require minimum 1000 watt power supply.
Okay.
That is insane.
I don't trust them though.
No, and it's possible because Nvidia right now is really not caring about power efficiency, and neither is AMD. Like they're both going like full on horsepower, you know?
Yeah.
Take as much power supply withdrawal you need and just produce as many frames. But you know, it becomes difficult. These things get so hot so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know about you, but on my PC, because I have Nvidia, and this thing gets really hot. Like the room gets hot because it dissipates so much heat compared to like
Yeah,
my
yeah,
previous
true.
graphic card.
Yeah, true.
So, but you know what? I'm excited because it's
Yeah.
Nvidia.
Let's see. I mean, it's probably like in 3 days we'll see the next gen of the graphic card. Oh,
Maybe.
another thing is they said like from the Founder Edition, they probably gave you like water cooling on it.
Oh yeah,
The first time, yeah, first time
bro,
water
that'd be
cooling on
awesome.
the Founder Edition cards.
I would love that, man.
Yeah.
Because that is like such a big deal right now. There's this memory temperature on the graphic cards,
Mm-hmm.
and these things are extremely hot compared to the rest of the phone.
Yeah, true.
So it becomes annoying for us to overclock. You know, when that thing gets extremely hot. But yeah, let's see. Overclocking, this could be fun.
Yeah.
Water cooling.
And we will see that in like probably in 3 days. And we're probably gonna discuss it later on as well.
Yeah, definitely. All right, and one other thing that we saw come up kind of recently is
Yeah.
the Asus Zen Book Duo,
Oh yeah.
the 2022 version.
That is probably like my favorite laptop till right now in 2022.
Yeah, so explain like what is it that you find that is so unique about this compared to
I think
other
it is
devices?
the second screen just above the keyboard. And this time is different. I remember last time the screen cannot be tilted, so it's flat on the surface, and it actually affect the heating performance a lot. Because I've tried it in the Best Buy, and it feels slow because of the heating performance. Yeah.
Oh, it was throttling. Okay.
Yeah, even it's not throttling at the time. It's just like a engineering piece here. Like you can try it, in the Best Buy, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't run, and it didn't run anything here, but it just feels like it's like you can feel the latency on the desktop. I mean, on the laptop.
Yeah. No,
But
this looks awesome.
I believe this time, if they make the screen tilted, there are a lot of like incoming cooling air into the machine. It's gonna have at least a better performance than before.
I think they have improved the cooling system on these devices. So it should be interesting how it looks in the real world. I'm excited to see this. I don't think it's released yet. I'm not sure, but this should be interesting in my opinion.
They released it, but I don't think it's on the market yet.
Yeah, that way. Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, I don't think it's on sale, but they released it for reviews and so on. And maybe one day they might send us some, and we might review those. Definitely.
Yeah, but don't forget one thing, bro. This piece is quite expensive.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
I think it's above 2,000.
Oh, easily.
Euros. So.
Imagine there are two 4K screens on it, two touch screen 4K screen.
Yeah, RTX 3050 Ti.
Yeah.
That's a lot. I know it's just a laptop version, but for a laptop still, it's quite a bit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited. I like seeing these new devices, different format laptops, because it
Yeah.
gives me like excitement for the
Yeah.
entire future of laptops, because they've gotten boring as well, just like phones have these days.
Everything is thin, like MacBook Air.
Mm.
That's it. Right now, that's the mainstream for the
Yeah,
laptops.
they all look like MacBooks. They all
Yeah,
look
they
like
keep it
Surfaces.
thin. They
Yeah.
keep it look simple. Yeah, but I mean, it's not a bad way, but it's just lacking a lot of like innovation, we kindly say about it.
Yeah, this would be interesting to see what the next version will look like next year,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe it's called the Zen Book Pro 14 Trio. 3 displays.
Yeah, they probably like put another display on the touchpad.
Oh yeah.
Makes more sense.
Or the entire panel below could be a touch bar. Touchpad, you never know.
Then you won't have a real keyboard though.
Exactly.
I don't think they will sacrifice your experience for typing on a keyboard as a screen right now.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But we all know Apple would love that.
Yeah.
Every year, those Apple laptops, key travel gets shorter and shorter. It's just basically typing on a flat surface now.
Yeah, true. But
So,
yeah.
I mean, you're right though. It's good that they kept the keyboard. I think it's good they kept the trackpad. And next time they might make the trackpad a separate screen.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Should be interesting.
Yeah. So the next news is Elon Musk just said on his Twitter, there's gonna be a second AI day soon in August. Actually, more exactly, is on August 19th. So what do you think about this? Because in the last AI day, they kind of released the robot.
Yeah.
But that's only a prototype here. So what do you think they're gonna see about the AI day for this year?
This year, they might show a bit more about Tesla, like its own AI driving technology, and show where they've improved from compared to last year.
Mm-hmm.
However, there's a bit of rumors saying that Tesla's planning a Tesla bot.
Yeah.
Like separately. I don't know how different it is from last year's.
Mm-hmm.
So that should be interesting. Basically, Elon mentions this slightly in his TED Talk interview regarding having helpers as robots in our houses. And these will be dependent on improving environmental AI. And if your environmental AI is improved of your robots, then it'll be easier to implement that in your cars as well.
Yeah.
So essentially, this is going to help Tesla itself, but he's trying to make that help a product as well, so that he can make money from it as well.
You think this year he probably gonna release something actually regarding our ecosystem?
Yes, but like an autonomous ecosystem run by Tesla services. I'm not sure how it will react with Tesla itself, like the cars. Right now, all I'm hoping that they do show soon, is an EV vehicle that does not have a steering wheel or pedals, like nothing.
Oh, like, you mean fully autonomous driving?
Yeah, fully autonomous, definitely. Because that's the point of having autonomous, right?
Yeah.
If you're going to have steering and pedals, then it's assisted driving, in my opinion. It's not really autonomous.
Yeah, I agree, bro. But for a lot of people, it's kind of boring because they enjoy the driving experience. But if you actually release a car without any steering and pedals,
you can go to sleep easily. You can have lunch. You can watch a movie.
Yeah, but I think it's just too aggressive for just now.
It is aggressive, but eventually that is a reality. Nobody likes sitting in traffic, pressing the brakes and accelerator every 2 seconds, on the highway.
True. Yeah, true.
It gets annoying. Long drives, like, okay, yeah, it's fun to drive, but we can always go to a circuit to drive, like we go to a horse riding circuit to ride horses, but we don't do that in the city anymore. I
Mm-hmm.
think cars might become like that. I think that's what Elon wants, essentially, is what he's saying. There's also another speculation of a Model 2 electric hatch to be designed
Oh,
at
wow.
Tesla's Shanghai Design Center.
Yeah.
So we might see a Model 2.
Smaller Model 1, smaller Model 3.
It's a hatch, yeah, it's a hatchback.
Yeah.
So, although Model 3 is slightly a hatchback, but not really.
Yeah.
Like, its design is, I wouldn't call it a hatchback, but Model 2 would be most likely a proper hatchback.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they're also trying to do that again of a $25,000 electric vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Remember he mentioned that at the
everybody
start?
can afford it because right now, the electric vehicles are getting seriously a lot more expensive than before, and you can
Yes.
buy a proper Germany car by those like press tiers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, bro,
Yeah.
if you can afford a Model 3 right now with the same kind of package, or well, I cannot say the same package, but similar performance, you can buy a Beamer or a Mercedes with that price tier easily.
Yeah, you're right. And you
Mhm.
also get like a much better interior experience and all that.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
It should be interesting. I think personally Elon should focus more on his Hyperloop stuff and public transit systems like he's working on. I think that's more beneficial
Mm-hmm.
for just general purpose for urban environment. I think it's
Yeah,
more that is way more convenient for everyone.
I agree.
But right now, let's see what they show on AI Day. Do you think he might show something
I
we've not
think
seen
they're
before?
probably gonna release another robot prototype this year.
Hmm.
Like some robot can actually help you clean the house. I hope they're gonna release something just like that.
Oh yeah, that'd be
So
awesome.
that's another big jump for the Tesla. I believe it.
Oh yeah, that's a brand new product.
Yeah, because
Um,
right now, if we talk about like robots in our home, some like I'm not doing the advertisement, but it's just like those iRobots, like
mhm.
those small stuff. They call it robot, but I don't think that's a proper robot.
Yeah,
Cleaning your house and that's it. And it's actually not as good as you cleaning it by yourself. It just looks pretty cool.
it looks like the projects we did at university, remember? In
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
mechatronics
yeah,
class, like the autonomous vehicle, which is
yeah.
basically just detection of walls and collisions, and
Mm-hmm.
you can put whatever motors you want, servos,
Yeah,
to clean it up, the
yeah.
floor or whatever. It's still difficult to program, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And it
true.
is very impressive. I like the idea, but it doesn't feel like
A robot.
it doesn't feel sci-fi yet. It still feels
Yeah.
very, I don't know.
So I think Elon
Common.
Musk may just want to do something to push the whole thing to the next step, like making some mankind robots which can help us to probably like cooking, clean up the house, like free up our hands in like in another way, in another level.
Yes, like labor work. These are called humanoid robots.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And these will essentially, we'll discuss this in more extent when we discuss the TED talk he did. But he essentially, all the repetitive tasks we have, like lifting things or bringing them closer to us or far away, giving it to someone else, these things will do it very easily, like meaningless tasks, which we don't really need to do. We do it because we have to. So it'll be nice. It'll be really good for older people.
Yeah, for sure.
It could assist
It helps a
them.
lot.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
even it helps for like current people who work from home. They don't have time to clean up the house. They don't have time to take care of their child. The robots can do that better than a human, I think.
I don't know about the child. Hopefully not.
Yeah. Child probably like too much, but
Yes.
I mean, other than that, the chore stuff.
Cleaning the house,
Yeah.
laundry, cleaning the tables and the sofas and the carpets.
Yeah.
And taking the trash out, for the delivery truck for the garbage truck to pick up.
Or
So
just organize your house, make everything
yes,
in the place.
our shelves and our
Yeah.
wardrobes, fold our clothes and everything like that, right?
Yeah, because during the to be honest, during the weekend, if you want to make your house looks pretty, that's pretty time consuming.
Yeah, it takes a couple
Yeah,
of hours or 1 hour at least
yeah,
if you're doing the whole thing from
yeah.
scratch. But you're right. I think it'll be interesting to see. I like the prospect of humanoid robots as long as they don't put a face on it.
Yeah, yeah, true.
That's the most important part.
They probably put a display on it to show.
Yeah,
Yeah, just like Tesla the design right now, it's just black out.
I prefer that. I'm okay with
Yeah.
that, in my opinion. Personally, that's okay. And if they had like a face, then we're having a lot of problems, in my opinion. I don't think we should ever put faces on AIs. It could
It
lead to
looks
trouble.
scary.
It'll be scary, and it would lead to many new problems in society that we do not need right now, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It will create more problems, in my opinion, than solve them.
I agree.
So yeah, this is August 19th, so we have
Yeah.
added that to our calendars, and when that happens,
We'll discuss it.
definitely, because this is like one of our favorite topics anyways.
Yeah, true.
So yeah, that basically wraps up all the topics we came across this week. And I think this is a good week of tech news. What do you think?
Yeah, for sure. And I'm more expecting the Nvidia thing for the next week.
Oh yeah, let's see. I mean, it could be next week. It could be a couple of months later.
Yeah, sure.
We'll have to check. But there's many things in the works right now. Many leaks coming in. We could not fit all these things into one podcast. But you know what? We'll include them next time.
Yeah.
So if you guys are interested in these things, do subscribe. If you're listening to this on YouTube, if you're on Spotify and these places, do subscribe to our feed. And we really appreciate your time and the fact that you listen to us. And if you want to support us, you can find our links to Patreon in the description. And you tell us what important and fun tech news you found out this week, and what do you expect from the Tesla AI Day.
And during that time, we'll also release some other special topic, just like last week.
With the Google I/O, right?
Yeah, the Google I/O one. And then probably next time we're gonna talk about Elon Musk's TED interview as a special event. So if you like it, just subscribe and click the small bell here, and we're hearing from you as well.
Yeah, definitely. All right, guys. See you then.
Okay, peace.
Peace. Yeah.